It is huge to me.
Did you like take other people's, or you alone got sick?
No, I was given other people's.
Yeah.
Other people always give you just drinks and drink tokens. Yeah. This happens to you like often.
It does, and it's always different people.
They're just trying to liquor him up, so he's more loose.
They think
more
I'm
malleable.
Easy. Yeah, I think I'm just a hot piece of ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm off the market, guys, and they don't know that yet. Hold on.
Hold on, what?
This piece of ass isn't yours, okay?
Is it mine?
It's maybe yours.
What is going on?
I just gotta.
What the fuck was that?
Guys, sorry.
Why did you stop the conversation to say not your piece of ass?
Trinky Poo's in. I think Colin can't pot anymore.
Dude,
how did you drive home? What is happening?
Bro, I told them I had astigmatism. I don't. It was just really blurry. No, I'm fucking with you guys.
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know if you want to put this on recording.
No, I'm fucking around. That being said, so I went to Treehouse for the first time. It was like a brewery in Massachusetts, for those who don't know.
Cool.
And
are we starting?
Yeah, I'm recording now.
Welcome back. Please like and subscribe. So Choice Podcast on all social media.
Just fucking like the video. God damn it. Just hit the fucking little thumbs up.
And watch the whole thing, please.
Or 10 minutes. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you don't know if I don't show hole at the end.
You showing
Maybe
hole?
you want to see that.
One of these episodes, Greg's gonna show hole, and if you don't watch every episode all the way through, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, I'm
you need
to board with that. I'll show hole.
It's not gonna be just at the end. Like, it might be in the middle. You have to watch the whole thing. You can't just scrub to the end and then
It might have already happened. You might need to rewind and see that you missed it.
Dude, I'll fucking stamp the camera, dude. I don't care. I'll show hole too.
Yeah, so you were at Treehouse. Go on.
Yeah, and then I drove home for an hour and coworkers. No, but so I walk in. Never been before. I know it's a fucking brewery. It's the strongest smell of beer I've ever had in my entire life. It's
really,
yeah. It's like, but like I know it's a brewery, so it's like I get it, okay. But then I see on a plasma screen TV, try our new quadruple IPA, 18.5%, and you know I'm a guy. You know, I'm
two of those.
I'm a guy's guy. You know, I like beer. Hey, who doesn't, right? John, you like a beer?
Dude, are you gonna tell me that you're one of the guys who just likes to have extra heavy IPA?
Do you like a beer?
I like beer.
Right? Do you like beer?
I prefer ciders, but yeah.
Yeah. You know, yeah. It's like we all like beer. But I disagree with any single person that's like, oh, I like a quadruple IPA. Even IPA guys, I think some of it's performance art. Especially when you get to like the double and up.
I guess.
I hate IPAs. Like, I can do like normal IPA, but then when you go double or triple,
it's all bullshit. And I think they're in on a joke. I think they want to be part of like the cool man's crew and like, oh yeah, dude, we're serious beer drinkers.
I think they just want it to be a super high percent. They're just like, all right, how can we make this like I'm drinking tequila, but in a beer form?
Have a fucking vodka tonic. Who are you fooling, bro? It's the worst shit ever.
I'm sure it's just like an acquired taste where like they drink enough of it where they start to like it and then like get used to it.
I think it gets exponentially worse the more IPA you add onto it. Like triple, I don't think I've ever had. I don't want to try. I can't imagine how fucking bitter it is.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's got to hit so like heavy too.
Dude,
sounds gross.
I've never had a quad though. I didn't know those existed.
Dude, and the thing is like they didn't offer it at our company function area of the brewery.
Well, yeah, it's 18%. I mean, if it's like a company event, they don't want people getting absolutely.
If you had crashed driving your coworkers home, they'd be liable.
You had 6 drink tokens, Colin. That would have killed you.
Yeah, 6 quadruple IPAs. Jesus Christ, that's 24 IPAs.
Dude, like, all right. I mean, you guys were right. We were all given 2, but then like it's all about positioning yourself near known non-drinkers.
Mm-hmm. Did you get 2 tickets from somebody, or like was everybody giving you 1?
No, I was getting 2 left and right.
Oh, okay.
I was handing out some too, but people that missed the drink ticket lady, they're like, "Oh, I don't have one." I'm like, "Hey man, here, take mine."
So at one point, you had more than 6.
I think cumulatively, I got 8.
Wow,
that's impressive.
Just giving you all the drink tickets when you got an hour-long drive home.
Yeah. And then I'm in line for a drink, and then 2 people come up to me and say, "Hey, can you drive us home?" I'm like, "All right."
Where was their car? How'd they get there?
They don't have cars. They're like they live in the city full time.
How did they get there?
Someone that lives in our Connecticut office was up for the day prior, and so picked them up and drove them to the brewery, but then was going to drive
like
back
on
to
the way
Connecticut.
home.
Yeah.
They were damn well knowing that they didn't have a return
Yeah,
plan.
but they figured they could find a ride home, and they did.
They preyed on Colin's nice.
That's so presumptuous of them.
Yeah.
It is, but we work with a lot of nice people.
I don't know if I like these floozies.
Guys,
I hate
them. Whoa.
They're using their wares to get rides for you. I know it.
Their wares?
They're lubing you up with a couple drink tokens and then fucking you raw on
they
the way
didn't even
home.
give me theirs. All right?
That's even worse.
No, they were drunk as shit.
You didn't even get anything from them?
The good time. They're my friends.
Good times? Okay.
Oh, now we know what happened on that ride home.
Yeah, now we get it.
No.
They gave him good times.
Yeah. GTs.
Yeah.
Hags,
GTs.
even. Hags.
Yeah. Same thing I wrote in everybody's yearbook in middle school.
Yeah. And that's it, all right? We talked about life.
What did you guys tell your parents the HACA stood for? Because it was
Cool,
obviously
awesome.
ass.
Oh,
Cool, awesome, but cool with a K?
Awesome, cool with a K, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My parents never asked. I don't remember.
Did your parents read your yearbooks?
Oh, yeah.
Because mine did.
Yeah.
They needed to see like everybody's signature. I was like,
My
why?
dad,
Like middle school, but like high school, no.
my dad didn't give a fuck. My mom was doing like CSI level of like forensic analysis. Like, whose signature is this? Whose handwriting is this exactly?
Who are you actually friends with?
Yeah.
That's so funny. They don't believe you have friends.
Yeah.
They need to like
Who is
verify
this?
for
Who wrote
themselves.
this? Are they a righty or a lefty? A lefty? Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I could tell.
Wow, that's incredible. Your mom's kind of impressive that she can tell.
Yeah, it's why
mom's,
like,
like, too into
I
this.
don't share any personal information with my mom.
She should be like a CSI dude. She can just look at it and be like, yeah, that guy's left-handed.
Any partner I've ever had, I've never told her unless it goes more than 3 months because I know she will just dig up everything about their life.
Okay. That's kind of impressive.
You know, maybe she wouldn't have to dig things up if you just told her about things.
No,
You ever thought about that, Colin?
no, because I've learned that lesson.
John, clearly you do not understand their relationship, okay?
The first girl,
Not you.
the first girl I ever kissed, I told her like maybe like a week after, like, hey, yeah, like it just came up, and then she did a Facebook search.
It
about
just
her and
came
her
up.
Family.
It just came up.
Yeah,
What does that
maybe
mean?
like a week later, but it was like it wasn't like I wasn't holding it back, you know.
That's interesting. I don't think I told my mom any of these things.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm an only child, you know. It's
How would that come up?
I don't know, man. I was fucking like 11.
All right.
But then like she found like her like 23andMe, and it was like, oh, is there a grandpa? Is this? I'm like, all right, no.
23andMe is outrageous.
Yeah, what the
That
hell?
is so aggressive.
Yes, but
She might actually.
guys, I
She
think,
might not actually join the FBI to work for them. She might be like a suspect because she's kind of staring at me now.
dude.
Has she looked up me and Greg before?
Almost certainly, yeah.
Oh God.
Almost.
What do you
certainly.
think she saw, John? Jesus.
I don't know. It's just weird knowing
You
that
got some.
someone's
You
out
got some skeletons in your closet. You got some grandparents who are like.
John,
Not
don't answer
people?
that, but know that the answer is she's found him.
there. Yeah, none that I'm going to disclose on this podcast
Okay,
right
Yeah.
now.
But
Yeah,
just
don't
know,
incriminate
but just
yourself.
know she knows, and I don't know, but she knows.
She doesn't even tell you?
No, of course not.
What the fuck?
But every time I say
She has to
John,
keep it close to the vest.
every time I say John, she looks at me weird. So take that for whatever you will.
Interesting.
So that's why I don't talk to
Colin, has she ever been like, if John ever invites you up to like the lake house, don't go with him. His grandfather used to do that.
his lake house on 42 Williams Street. It's
That'd be
that's
crazy.
like, I think it's like because I'm an only child, and it's like I'm all she's got.
I guess.
You know?
Sounds a little
Yeah.
bit sad when you say it that way, but
Well, yeah.
Although, I guess this isn't too weird when we consider the fact that we did confirm she Instagram requested one of our friends.
Yeah, exactly. And she found it
Just
out,
recently.
out of all people. Greg, I got fucking issues with you.
Yeah,
why? What'd I do?
I told Greg to prepare for this.
So this past weekend, our recording was Thanksgiving. Hey, happy holidays, so everyone out there, except for Greg, that snake bitch. Okay, so we're all hanging out the day before Thanksgiving. It's a great reunion. Shut the fuck up. Put your hands down. Close your mouth. Greg, classic Greg, never gonna be there for his friends. Never shows up whenever we ever get together. First and foremost, that's already an issue.
I said that's so false.
It's not. It's literally
also,
not.
I have a weekly standing appointment with you guys to hang
Halloween.
out.
If we
Halloween.
didn't have,
Hold on, John.
if we didn't
Halloween.
have a weekly appointment, though, Greg,
We would never
you ever,
see your
would you ever
ass.
hang?
I would be more inclined to go to these other things.
Halloween.
And not that I wasn't inclined. Okay, Halloween was a wedding reception that went later than I anticipated. I didn't feel like going out again. This past one, I was helping my family set up for Thanksgiving.
9 p.m.
Yeah, dude. They were cooking. There was 26 people at my parents' house.
What the fuck were you doing? Ever heard of a phrase, too many cooks in the kitchen?
My other siblings aren't as helpful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My parents have
favorites. Ass.
The fantastic sous chef.
My mom will tell you I'm a great sous chef.
Colin.
Okay. I'm not calling her right now.
Yeah, because it's fucking fugazi, all right? Yeah, I see all over your fucking face. All right, that being said...
Yeah, my mom on this podcast one of these days.
The crux of it, Colin. Come on, this isn't even the issue.
I know, but I was thinking about that too, John. I don't know you, because all of our friends were there. All friends we haven't seen together in years, you know? Tucker was there.
Who was there that I haven't seen?
Tucker, I just said that.
Just Tucker?
Well, others.
When's the last time you seen Shane?
Me, him, and Jason and our girlfriends went out for what's the one where they cook the food in front of you? What's that called? Hibachi. We went to Hibachi together over the summer. Okay, it was a little bit ago, but I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
But that's because of your girlfriends. You wife guy.
What does that have to do with anything?
Man, damn.
Shane and I planned it. All right, get off this. Me and Shane have seen each other.
So I give you a name and you move the fucking goalpost. All right, that's the reality of the situation.
I was just asking who I haven't seen.
Told you, T-Money.
It's been a minute.
It's been years. Did you go to his first wedding reception anniversary?
No, but there. Me and Hope went and stayed down in New York with him and Calliope in their apartment for a weekend one time.
Years ago.
Like 2 years ago. What does it matter?
It's plural years. I got you.
You act like I haven't seen him in 2 decades.
2 decades? 2 years? What's the difference? So regardless.
A lot.
Moving on. Regardless, all right.
I'm kind of paying you as a bad friend.
Our friends listen to our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I found it curious when after a podcast we mentioned high school friends or people from our high school. I got texted the next day with exactly the names I was said. Usually when I say names, like I'm going to say right now, blur the names that I said prior. I don't give a shit if they're our friends. I want no free publicity.
Yeah, no, I bleep them in the recording, but if somebody texts me I'll tell
do you?
No.
Oh, do you, Ray? You bleep all of them? You bleep all of the names?
I thought so.
You bleep all the names?
No, you did not.
Who did I not bleep?
Because there was one episode we talked a lot about high school, and you didn't fucking bleep a single fucking name.
Episode you didn't bleep. Where me and Colin, you know, we have a system of trust here in this podcast.
Without the trust, Greg, we have nothing. Like when you say that you're going to go to Halloween,
it really shows how much you guys listen to our podcast if you didn't even notice.
I listened to it once already. I'm living it. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shows how much you edit it, bitch.
Yeah, doesn't mean I listen to it.
That's kind of crazy.
What are you
just because I make a recording?
What are the fucking tea leaves telling you what to cut? What the hell are you talking about?
But like,
I have stopped
names.
I used to re-listen after I edited it. I've stopped doing that. I edit it as I go through it, and I get to the end, and then I go, we're good. It hasn't been a problem until now, apparently.
Oh.
It happened one time.
It happened in a bad time, Greg.
I probably... Okay, all of them are bad, okay?
Imagine if it was the one we're talking about a classmate that became a mobster and killed someone. And you didn't bleep that. Well, what was then? The mob was on her ass.
That's the one I didn't bleep?
No. God, I wish it was.
Oh, well then what the fuck are you talking about? Which one didn't I bleep?
I'm not going to say the names again. I'm not going to fall into this fucking trap.
Oh, bleep them.
Yeah.
I can't trust you anymore.
I can't trust you. You don't even listen to the podcast again when you're done? You want us to fucking trust you? You don't show up to Halloween?
I usually go back to everywhere that there are cuts. And I go and make sure that those are pretty seamless, okay? And that's usually what I do. If there was a big chunk where I never made any cuts, I go, yeah, it was probably fine the first time through.
I can't believe the amount of flaws I can immediately point out in that way of working.
It's worked so far.
But, like, clearly it wouldn't.
I don't know, man.
Like, what if, like, we're going and riffing and I say something and I'm like, hey, cut that out? and you just bleep it, and then the cut doesn't happen for like 10 minutes after that.
I don't know. What do you mean? I would have made a cut there because I cut out where you actually talked, and then I usually mute it. Oh, apparently I didn't this time.
3 times. 3 names.
I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't even tell you like, oh, there's a reason or anything like that. Like I have no recollection.
Because you're high as a
kite. See the names anymore, Greg. You're not gonna cut them.
Okay, then don't say the names. It'll make my job even easier.
Don't say the names, Greg. I speak impulsively.
Hey, I bleeped out your coworker's name. I made sure I did that.
Yo, he's been going bananas, bro.
About that, actually,
he's been going bananas recently. Yo, he's Trump posting like crazy on LinkedIn.
Jesus Christ, on LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Any kind of posting on LinkedIn is kind of crazy.
Dude,
when he like treats it like a real social media.
So like it's end of the year and like we're in like a really good spot. So we're doing a lot of like dinners and such and end of year gatherings. People have been bringing up him a lot. I've been dropping him left. I'm dropping stories left and right about this guy.
Mm.
They always hit, dude. They always hit, dude. It's like doing
this guy's a real cash cow for you.
It's like doing like a greatest hits tour, you know. I'm Bruce Springsteen. I'm running back, born in the USA, every single time. Till I'm 85.
That's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so before you guys attacked me on my character,
Snake.
Colin attacked you first for just not showing up, which that was just Colin. I don't like the fact that if I ask you to cut something, it might not actually be cut, and so I don't feel like I can say things anymore.
And it was crazy.
It's funny because did I cut out you guys telling me to cut it out?
I don't know, Greg.
Okay, well, I'm wondering, like, how did I miss this?
But all I know
if I cut that out, then there's cuts over there, so I would have edited that. It was
so weird to me, Greg. Is like the day after the episode aired, I got a text from a friend naming the exact names, and I was like, maybe he's just good at reading lips.
Well, he told us that he was good at reading lips when actually he was listening to the podcast that wasn't
because
cut.
also when Greg typically bleeps it, he puts a little like blurb over in my mouth.
Yeah, I put a little.
And I didn't put that together to clearly that wouldn't be the case. There's no fucking circle over the mouth.
Guys, I don't know what happened. You won't tell me what it was, so I can't. I have
bleep those.
You can't trust anyone else. Greg, you have the chance to do the funniest thing and just bleep those.
We'll see.
And also, I was lying about some of the stories too. All right, I was putting a face in we can all agree with.
Hey, in our thing, doesn't it say somewhere that we're a satirical podcast?
I don't know, Greg, does it? Did you bleep that one out too?
Hey, I don't come up with what we write in our bio. Colin, I don't like this side of you. You're being aggressive and unnecessary. Actually, this is just your normal side.
Came in like super aggressive.
Me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was in Boston traffic for an hour. I'm fucking pissed off right now.
You also texted me a snake that night.
Yeah, I was drunk as shit.
And I responded with my Bitmoji wrapped up in a snake. And then you said, sorry, that was like a little too far or something like that.
Did I pull that back?
You did. You took it back a little bit.
Well, I'm now untaking that back. I'm actually doubling down.
Okay, well, you took it back at the time. Okay, I feel like you're just I feel like you've been stewing on this for too long. Okay.
I mean, he just discovered it. Like, what was that? Like, not even a week ago.
Oh, actually, I ran it back because we were talking afterwards, late night, about how we want to run back Vermont. And I was like, I can't follow up the snake text by saying, "Yo, hold on, put me in your house."
Yeah, let me use your home.
Yeah.
You snake.
You piece of shit, friend. Can't trust you with anything. Dude, can I go to your house?
He immediately accused you of being a snake. not even one in between texts, and he's trying to ask to use your home.
Yep. He sure was.
Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that.
Oh, man.
No, that tracks.
Anyway. Funny. I wanted to beat up 3 guys at Home Depot today.
Oh.
Were they Mexican?
No.
Okay, checking.
Don't bleep that.
I'm trying to think.
Let that run.
Were they immigrants, Greg?
Thanks.
I'm trying to think. All right, but anyway, so I went there. I was looking for something to help me with my Christmas decorations outside. Okay, I needed some new stakes to put into the ground to hold the lights
you got
down.
decorations?
Okay? Yeah, we got a whole Christmas tree with
Are you are you like a lawn reindeer guy? You know what I'm talking about? Where like the light up reindeer?
I think I like wood, but I don't have one.
Yeah, dude, the lawn is so good for it too.
Yeah, I have a good lawn. Like they're playing in the grove inside my bushes. You know, like they're just in there prancing.
Hey, stop eating my bushes!
Yeah, I think my next thing might be to get a couple of big light up gift boxes to put in front of the tree, so it looks like there's gifts under the tree.
You should actually just get a nativity scene, but make Jesus drinking like a handle, little baby Jesus. I don't know,
you think it's like a handle of Burnett's, or is he like high class?
Water. He just turned it into wine.
Oh shit! Or it's a wine bottle, and then when prices you go, hey, it's water.
Dude, that was the easiest joke of all time. I don't know how me and Colin didn't think of it at all.
Because I'm hammered.
You just drove for an hour. Don't say that you're hammered.
I'm not bleeping it.
That's so fucked.
I'm not a hammered guy. Chill out.
Anyway, okay, so I'm at Home Depot. I'm trying to get these things. I just wanted to run in quick, get them. I'm looking through all the Christmas area stuff. I can't find them. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to ask somebody. I asked the first guy. He had just put something in his mouth, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll let you finish. He was chewing for at least 45 seconds, like to the point where I stopped looking at him and turned to the side, and I was like inspecting a snowblower because I was like just trying to make it look like I wasn't just watching him choke down his food. I was like, did you just put like a whole mouthful of peanut butter in your mouth? Like, what the fuck did you just eat? Because he was like,
he didn't see what it was?
No, he was like choking on it a little bit, and he was just like really trying to swallow, and he kept putting his finger up, like, just 1 second, hold on. And I was like, this feels really uncomfortable. I wanted to walk away, but I couldn't. So I was just inspecting the snowblowers nearby. I think I might buy one, but that's beside the point. He kind of sold me on it because I was inspecting it for so long. I was like, this one's kind of nice.
I like this reasonable price.
Yeah, he's like looking at the fucking like barrel and where he's like looking at the inside, like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, 2-stage? Nice. Look at that impeller. That's nice on there. Anyway, so once he finally, because like when he like welcomed me to ask a question, so I immediately was like, hey, do you know where this is? Like, as he put something in his mouth, assuming he would just swallow it really quickly and then answer me. But then it was like 45 seconds. So at that point, he was just like, try the garden section. And I was like, because he was like choking on it. And I was like, all right, man. And so I just kind of walked away. I hope he's okay. He seemed fine.
Return to the story if he actually
That would be crazy. If, like, as I'm driving away, there's an ambulance pulling up outside Home Depot.
As soon as you turned away from him, he started, like, asking for help.
He, like, turned blue, passed out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I go outside of the garden section. Now, mind you, it's like 39 degrees outside. It's fucking cold. So go outside, and I'm like, all right, I don't know where in here it would be, but I'm at least in the right section. So go up to the cashier in the garden section. I'm like, hey, where would I find this? And she was just like, no clue. Try that aisle. And I was like, okay, cool. So I guess I'm just on my own with this. And so I walked every single aisle, couldn't find it. Finally find another guy, and I pull up a picture because I had taken a picture of the box because I already had these things, or at least something similar to it. I just needed a few more. So I pull out the box. I'm like, here, this is what I need. And I was like, do you guys have anything like this? And he just goes, not sure, have no idea. And I was like, does nobody know anything about this store? And you guys are all like choking and dying, not answering my questions. I was ready to, I don't know. I was ready to fight one of them. They were really pissing me off that they were so unhelpful because they couldn't even be like, oh, I don't know, let me look up and see if we have any in stock. I was like, I know you guys are carrying fucking like beepers and shit. I don't know. They're not beepers probably, but I don't know. I was fucking heated. I was so mad at them.
Did you find it?
Then I just left. I was so mad. I just left. I ordered it off Amazon. It was so quick, easy, just done. It'll be here in 2 days. Sorry I didn't get it tonight.
So it's almost like you were like looking at that leaf blower for nothing for like.
It was a snowblower, but yes, I was looking at it, and now I kind of want to buy it, but like I didn't. I went there for basically no reason because I couldn't even get these things from there. I could have just bought it off Amazon, but now I have this hankering for a snowblower, and I can't have it.
Did you guys buy anything for Black Friday?
What a loss.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of Legos, but for no reason. I like kept clicking on the page and then getting off the page.
You bought them?
No.
Okay, well, it's weird because you just said you did.
Take him to his cart and then
and then I would just remove him. Yeah. I did that a bunch of times.
I did it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The most expensive ones.
At least 7 times for each item
It's weird because you opened with saying you bought a lot.
Okay, I bought a lot, but I also did that a lot too. Okay, so it's kind of a catch-22.
I got returned a lot.
I got myself because I ended up buying some. See, when I do something for too long, like I inspected that snowblower, I just want to buy it. I was inspecting as I was removing and moving them to my cart. I kept seeing the Legos, and I was like, I'm just going to buy some of these.
Except when it comes to editing this podcast, in which case you're done with it.
What do you mean?
You don't want to.
Because I'm looking
at it.
The
more look at it, less you care.
Yeah, I don't want to buy. Yeah, I don't want to buy this podcast. I already own it.
You don't want to watch it.
Yeah, because I already did it once.
So, like this time of the year, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, huge for me at work. It's our like busy season. I'm on like 16 hours a day, and so quickly after Thanksgiving dinner finishes, I gotta say goodbye, kisses, goodbyes, head back up to Boston, so I can be like at my like workstation for like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. the next day on Friday. I get back, it's chill, it's super quiet, and no one's here, as they should be in my little complex. They should all be at home with their families. And I go to bed. I'm woken up. The sounds of rambunctious, pulsing EDM music below me. My floor is shaking vibraciously.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the time.
And you immediately got out and you started dancing.
Mm-hmm. I immediately
look out,
and I look outside my window and notice it's pitch fucking blackout. But it's November. It's late November, maybe early December.
It could be 5 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what time of the day it is. It could be 8 a.m. Look at it. It's 3:30 in the morning. And I go, oh. And this isn't news to me. We had some people move in below us during the summer, and they have a proclivity for loud dance music during the work hours. It's during the work hours. I don't really care too much. I'm not trying to sleep or anything. If my floor shakes during a meeting, so what? It's not going to bother the meeting. 3:30 in the fucking morning. 3:30 in the fucking morning. And it's louder than...
Your delivery of the story is just...
what is happening?
It's louder than it's
You're getting slower and slower.
I know.
You're like slowing down. The distance between your words is just growing, I feel like.
He's like falling asleep in the middle of the story.
I wish I could, John. I wish I could back then. My floor was fucking shaking. It's some sort of SpongeBob where the jellyfish move in and start throwing dance parties.
I'm familiar, yes.
Yeah. I lived that. I know. I'm a cool guy, I'm lackadaisical, I'm laissez-faire, I'm trying to be, I understand if you want to have a little party, no problem. I used to close, John? I'm always talking to John here because Greg's a fucking snake and I'm talking to him right now. John, I was game planning. How would I attack their front door? What's my game
physically
plan?
Or like just like your game plan for when they open it?
Game plan. How do I attack?
On it.
First, what you should have done is just stomp on the ground.
Oh,
because that immediately lets them know.
How would they hear it?
You gotta really stomp. Have you seen his boots? They can stomp.
Yo, do you have moon shoes anywhere?
Brother,
you're wearing.
Of course I'm wearing them. They're a hit.
Mixed bag every time.
Nope. It's trending positive. All right, Greg, you should have been there at the bar. All right, they were a hit.
John says no.
What does John know? Is blue collar mentality.
Quiet comments.
Colin
also owns the puffiest jacket I've ever seen. It makes him like 3 times as wide as he normally is. It was awesome.
You ever seen Tom Brady on the sidelines in like a nice December game?
Colin, someone called you brolic.
Because I am.
I don't think you've ever been called that before in your life. That's what that jacket does for you.
It looks big.
It's like muscle arms from SpongeBob. Also again.
I'm also familiar with that one. Yes.
It had Colin looking barrel chested.
So that one I hear all the time.
I just made that up.
Yeah.
Broad.
What'd you call me?
Broad City.
In the club, we all fam.
Is that what that's from?
Yeah, actually it is.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, the fucking EDM going crazy. I can't fucking believe it. I'm like daydreaming of like my verbal takedowns and putting them in their place, and it's like
there's no way you would be able to verbally take them down and put them in their place without looking like the biggest like.
And that's what it came down to. That's what it came down to. Is like I'm too young for this to be okay with myself afterwards. You know what I mean? I would have
be disappointed.
I would have to rectify where I am in my life if I did this. The type of person I am.
What if you knocked on the door and they were older than you?
What if I knocked on the door and they had cancer?
What if this was on their bucket list and they're gonna die tomorrow?
What about on the door and there's dead mouse?
Well, then you get a free show.
Yeah.
Not true.
Then
actually.
This is the story of a lifetime,
right?
And who cares about sleep?
The only way you would recognize dead mouse if they had the giant fucking.
No, I know what he looks like. Marshmallow's I couldn't pick out in the crowd.
Okay, that's fair.
But what if it was dead mouse with cancer?
Is that what was running through your head at 3:30 in the morning?
The cancer part, yes.
What if you had cancer?
Literally, I was like, all right, before I do this, best case scenario, worst case scenario, eyes closed. And as best case scenario, they go, oh, sorry, man, and they turn it off. Worst case scenario, it's someone with cancer, and I feel really bad.
Okay, but the probabilities between those two are wildly different.
Well, of course, but I'm talking about best case and worst case. You got to think in extremes.
That's not the best case scenario. Best case scenario is like there's someone sick. There's someone really cool, not sick.
With cancer.
But someone very cool that you'd want to meet. Like
somebody cool with cancer, not somebody lame with cancer.
And then,
and then they invite you in, and then you become best friends.
It's Jay-Z.
And their entourage.
And then he opens and goes, all right, I'll stop it, but dinner with me or $500,000. And then I take the $500,000.
And I take him out to a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
I guess that could be the best. Yeah.
And so while I was contemplating all of this, eventually it stops at 4 a.m. I gotta be up at 6:30. So I had my nice 2.5 hours. You know, I worked my day. And then
well, I mean, you were asleep until 3:30, so you were only really awake for like a half hour.
What?
You said you woke up at 3:30 and heard the music, and then by 4 o'clock it was off. So it was only like a half hour.
Do you not understand? Do you understand the REM cycle? Do you not understand interrupting that?
100% do not have a full understanding of the REM cycle. So I'll be
Dude,
frank with
cutting it off in the middle is very bad.
I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just saying you only missed out on like a little bit. So like I
can the deep sleep he didn't get.
Deep sleep I don't get. You know what you're talking about. You gotta fucking pipe that.
Well, you were deep sleep until you woke up.
I was talking to John. So John, I go about my day. I'm having a busy day at work. You know,
naturally.
Yep. I hop off a call. It's 4:30 p.m. We have a later 8 p.m. strategy session to make sure that we're all set for the weekend on Friday. 6:30 starts again. You know, it's fine. You know, we're during the day. You know, it begs the question, why isn't this person at home with loved ones? Maybe he's, you know, unloved because he's so fucking annoying. But I'm not gonna be the one to ask these questions.
That's probably what he thinks about you.
It's funny. I'm not talking to you, Greg. Holy shit.
Should I leave this call?
That would absolutely fuck with this graphic.
I might do it.
Just play Farmer's Valley, man. I don't give a shit.
That would also.
I'm level 19.
No, that would fuck my graphic. Please don't play Farmer's Valley.
I'm level 19. Don't worry about it.
It goes for an hour and a half, and I'm contemplating again. Worst case scenario, best case scenario. Best case scenario, I start stomping on the ground. I put on the clompers and I start just hoofing it, and they get the message, and I don't have to go downstairs and talk to them. Worst case scenario, this doesn't stop for the next 3 days.
Dude, just anonymously call your landlord.
Oh, they were off.
Tell them it's that seems like it shouldn't be allowed.
I agree, John.
There should be a secondary.
Something, yeah.
It should be you. You should volunteer if you're going to be home anyway.
Job. Rise through the ranks just high enough where you can make this guy's life hell.
Greg,
and then you have a sitcom.
Do you guys have a HOA?
No. Fuck no, I would have never bought a house.
What about like what's like a neighborhood watch?
I got one.
I mean,
do you have one, John?
Mm-hmm.
Like a real one?
No.
Why not? I'm sure you get cool swag.
I've never even been invited.
I do it for the perks.
I would do it for the swag.
Not to keep my street safe. I do it for the perks.
I do it for like a jacket with like an eyeball on the back. You know what I mean? Like a.
I do it so I can commit crimes and no one's watching me because I'm part of the neighborhood watch.
Yeah. The neighborhood watch turns a blind
I do it so
eye.
I can go through people's trash without it being weird.
I want to figure out what prescriptions they're on.
Yeah.
So that I can better protect them.
Yeah.
But really, I'm just weird.
I want to look through all their junk mail and see what they got going on.
Harry, it's weird that you've had OxyContin for 3 months in a row.
What?
Jesus. One of my neighbors has a pill addiction.
Probably, Greg. It's a sad reality of the world we live in.
Let the pet sit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I feel bad for Terry.
We probably all have a neighborhood closer than we think who's addicted to pills.
You got stats on that? I mean, I don't really like doubt you, but I'm just wondering what the stats are on
This is like when we had like one murderer in Michigan Stadium or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah. There's at least one killer out of 60,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no opioid crisis.
Yeah, but I didn't know the percentage. I didn't know if it was like 1 in like 100 or if it was like 1 in 100,000. That seems
Ooh,
unlikely.
hold on.
It's honestly probably like 1 in 7.
UConn score check 243. We're up 3.
Yeah, you act as if I'm not actively watching the game.
I know. I'm just for the fans at home.
Hey, cut that.
Yeah,
all the fans at home who are going to listen to this in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, Greg won't. Greg won't do shit about it.
I also have another story. I can tell you guys about the best part of my day because Home Depot was the worst part.
Oh yeah, give us the highlights and the lowlights.
Okay, guys. So the best part of my day is I found out that there is a naming contest for the snowplows for the state of Connecticut. So
I didn't know they had names.
They do. What's up, Colin?
You should name the snowplow 8.3 million Americans have an illicit drug use disorder.
Yeah, but 8.3 out of the 390 million.
More than 23 million adults in the U.S. have struggled with a problematic drug use.
Okay, again, I'm looking for percentages.
I'm looking, man. Damn.
Just take that number and divide. Just type percentage into the frickin' search bar. This is now the worst part of my day. Is hanging with you, Colin. It used to be Home Depot. Now it's you. You made me feel bad as a friend. And that my podcast skills are terrible.
You did that to yourself.
I hope you have an opioid epidemic.
We already do, Greg.
Goodness.
No, you specifically.
You specifically have an epidemic.
Yeah.
A one-man epidemic.
Yeah. That's what I hope. Can I get back to my really happy plow story?
3.4% of Americans.
3.4.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, man. Dude, we hand out drugs Willard Nillard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Greg. So naming snowplows.
Mm-hmm.
Do they put the name on the plow?
They do.
Like a boat?
They do. Well, not like on the plow, on the side of the truck. I think. Not like where the snow hits it.
I want it also on the plow.
Well, I think they should. I think they should put like teeth on it, like it's about to like eat the snow. Yeah. That's what I want. All right, but so the naming contest. So I had a opportunity to submit names.
Mm-hmm.
So here are 3 that I submit. I had one was reversible because it could be power plower or plower power. You know, whichever way you're looking.
Power plower is better than plower power.
Okay, so power plower. Okay. All right, so you want to hear my next one?
Was it
my next
one? Was it the inverse?
What?
If you did power plower, was it plower power?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was one guess. That was one submission.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second one was the same thing but swapped.
Honestly, I could put in like a bunch of entries, but I'm just saying a couple. But so my next one was move snow, get out the way. I thought that was pretty good.
Classic ludicrous.
Yeah.
Move snow,
Why'd you say that kind of like a Trump impression?
Classic. Folks.
There's a guy.
There's a guy who can fix a car, huh?
We like the white snow, not when it gets dirty and brown.
You got good in your bag there.
That was good. All right, but this next one I think could actually win. It's Ready Flower 1. Ready Flower 1. I think that's fire, dude.
Ready Flower 1.
Flower.
Flower? What the fuck does that mean?
Flower, I hardly know her.
Guys, the state has to put this on their vehicles.
Mr. Plow, a la The Simpsons.
One of my coworkers put "Show me your asphalt."
Show me your cock and balls.
Jesus Christ, guys!
Plow now, brown cow.
These plows like show up at elementary schools, and elementary kids are like, "Oh my god, it's Plowzilla! Oh my god, this is great!" So I don't think you can do like "Show me your cock and balls" as
Me
the
so
name
horny.
of the plow. Also, I could not input those names because it would be attached to my email. Okay, I could not submit the form that way. I didn't want it coming back to me that I said, "Show me your cock and balls." That'd be aggressive.
Yeah, they'd be like, get a load of this guy.
Yeah. Probably lose my job.
Plowing your wife's driveway.
Yeah, I knew Colin. Colin's just trying to think of names now.
Yeah, I'm in a bag.
Plowing your wife's driveway. Again, I don't think that all these sexual innuendos.
What are you talking about?
Make it onto the
I would
side of the
love
plow.
it. I love it if the state plowed my wife's driveway.
What wife?
Essentially, in the situation where I had a wife in a home, I would love the state
in
to
this
plow.
fantasy world where he also lives in your township.
In the same fantasy world where the guys below me have cancer.
You fantasy? Oh, so that's a fantasy, not like a bad scenario.
Well, yeah, that was best case scenario.
He would be dreaming about that if he was sleeping. Unfortunately, he didn't get that deep.
Bone cancer.
That's a bad one, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
that's tough. That's really mean, man.
I don't know them.
He wishes much.
You kind of sound like a snake right now. You know?
No, because I'm being blunt about it. You wouldn't know
Colin,
about that.
You need to confront this person so that they can also form a hatred to you, so that you can have another enemy.
I already have a new apartment. I'm moving on Sunday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then there's no repercussions.
I show up.
There's literally no bad outcomes.
I show up. I knock on the door. I have an open microwave. I'm just putting it at them.
What you should do is you should invite them up to your place after you've already moved. So like some new person's living there when they show up and tell them it's like a potluck dinner, and they show up with a bunch of just like food at the stranger's house.
Did you just come up with that? That's so funny.
You should absolutely do that.
We're doing Boxing Day. We're doing Boxing Day at 7310.
That's so funny. That's awesome.
That number, Greg.
Dude, what if I print out flyers and I give it like also to other people, but then other days I'm like, don't come up and don't tell next door. We all hate them. So go along with it.
People on board, like you'd have to get buy-in.
This is becoming a big thing. Otherwise, you could just lie to them.
No, I think I have to get buy-in from the immediate next door.
Why? So they don't think that they just got like the wrong.
Yeah, like why would they just get it from upstairs above them? Clearly, they know they're playing loud ass music.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I get,
but if they also hate this guy,
then they also hate him.
How many people can fit in your apartment?
What's up?
How many people can fit in your apartment? You're inviting every stranger on the floor?
No, Craig, you're not getting it. I'm telling everyone around them, don't show up actually. We all hate these motherfuckers.
Okay, but why would these motherfuckers just be like, oh, they invited everybody on the this is crazy.
Because we're a community, Greg. We do Pet of the Month.
Yeah, but don't you think you would have this community thing in like one of the community rooms of the place?
No, Greg, that costs money to rent.
Do you do Pet of the Month?
Yeah, we won like a few months ago.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, we got a little gift basket.
You should send just like a picture of like something that's just not like a stuffed animal and just submit it for Pet of the Month.
I was so close to getting a second cat, and I one of the biggest reasons I wanted one was so that I could rub it in Colin's face if I had a second one before he got another one.
If there were 4 cats on this podcast and not a one belonged to Colin,
that'd be bad.
Be a real shame.
Did you kill me?
And what? Take this cats?
No, just kill him.
No one's stopping you, Colin.
Yeah,
you can get a cat.
Well, I'm moving not right now. I probably have to wait.
Cats love change, Colin.
Yeah, they
famously.
A lot of noises, a lot of moving around.
Mm-hmm.
They love all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, next time you guys see us, I'll be in the new place.
Impressive.
Yeah, exciting. Next podcast, maybe Colin, you'll see a new background on Colin, so you have to watch on the YouTube.
That's what I just said.
That is what he just said.
So watch on the YouTube.
Oh,
is what I'm saying.
What happened to the bit where you were going to take a picture of this and make a green screen?
Cut this out.
Are you actually going to do that or no?
I could probably figure it out.
You were going to buy a green screen. I don't know if you're actually going to.
And then halfway through, he reveals he's in a new place. Is that what was this?
Yeah, in hindsight, it's probably not worth the payoff. What is the payoff?
Like 8 people who watch us on YouTube.
Whoa, hey, if I do the SEO right, we'll get like 40 something.
I think we can wrap it up here. Make sure you guys follow us at sochoicepodcast on all social media. Please like and subscribe everywhere. We really appreciate it. Check us out on Twitch, sochoicepodcast there, and we will catch you guys next week.
Hey, Greg.
Hey,